Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to age your bricks for your dollhouse. Basically, this is an outside exterior of my dad's. If you notice, all the bricks are different colors. You have some light bricks, some dark bricks. You even have some that look creamy, and then you have some really, really dark ones in here, and they actually get even darker as you go along, almost looking like they're a black color, depending on which brick it is. And if you go to the other side of the house, it's the same exact way, all the way down. So we're going to try and create that effect on the dollhouse using the paper technique that we did the bricks with. Okay, so if you watch the tutorial on how to use the scrapbook paper to make this brick, it kind of goes on looking like that, and it doesn't look too bad. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use as the filler in between here because it is very thin. However, when you're aging the bricks, it seems to be really easy. I mean, like super, super easy. If you notice, we have some of the white, we have some of the dark, and I just started doing this process just a little bit all the way around. And I just started the fireplace too. So, and that's not completely done yet. We still have another piece of wood that is gonna get glued up here, and then that's gonna have the bricks that are gonna be going vertical. There's a name for that, but I'm not really sure. If my dad was here, he would tell me. But I've gotta add some more color to these, and then we'll continue. But to age the bricks, it's really, really simple. I tried the chalk. I didn't like how the chalk was going on. It just didn't give it enough of effect. So what I did is I put just a dab of paint on the brush. Then I wiped it off as much as I could to get like a dry brush. Do you see how it's very, very dry? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you around this side. Sorry if it's a little wobbly. I don't have my tripod with me. Okay, so I'm just going to put this going across very, very lightly. Do you see how that is just on there? And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub it. Now, you can get water and wet your finger if you don't get the texture that you want, and it'll come right off because it's not fully cured yet. And then you're going to seal it with the Mod Podge. Again, this is a acrylic paint mixed with some regular bare white paint that we use for the trim, but you can use just acrylic too. Okay, you just add what you want and then take your finger, and I like to kind of wipe it away because it pushes it down in those holes and it removes it off of the top. Try and set you on the table a little bit. Maybe it'll be easier for you to see without wobbling so much. Okay, so again, we're just gonna kind of go right there, and this is just with the creamy white. I used the brown mixed with it, and it's a deep brown so that I'd get a more of a cream color. However, you can just buy cream color. Okay, so just continue this process wherever you're going to want to have those. And I'm just kind of going various locations on the brick because I want it to be in different spots. And that, some I want more, some I want less. So just kind of leave it up to you. And then again, I'll do the same thing over here. And, you know, the bricks are not perfect by any means. Especially when I got to this side because it was very late. Now this is still off of that one little dab of paint. I have not refilled this. And you see how far I'm getting with it. And again, you can just kind of keep going back over it. Try not to get it on your siding because it will stick to that. The siding does not have Mod Podge on it. And once you get this all completed, you're going to actually paint Mod Podge back over it again to seal it. Okay, now that's with the white. Now let's try it with the dark. Okay, so for the dark, I'm just using a little bit of black acrylic paint. And again, I'm going to be dry brushing it. See how the brush barely has anything on it? That's exactly what you want. Sorry about that. You just want a little bit. Okay, so then you just kind of want to go over and just put a little bit. And then I like to take my finger back across it again, wherever it is that I'm going to put this dark brick. Perhaps like we'll put one right here. And it doesn't have to be any particular way. And then again, just kind of do it that way. That way you get different shades. Alright, so here in this corner, I think there should be a dark brick so it stands out a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of go in that corner a little bit there. Barely put anything on there. And then, again, take my finger and rub it in. And if you don't like it, because it is acrylic and you've already given this one coat of Mod Podge, you can just use a rag and wipe it off, or a Q-tip. So like where it's in between there, I can get that off of there. But I'll do that when I'm done. I'm not going to waste your time with me wiping that off. But basically, you just kind of do the same thing. And you can do this with multiple colors. And you continue this technique until you're done. You may have to add some more black if you didn't rinse your brush out, because the white will bleed through eventually. Now people have used the chalk. I think the chalk probably would have been an okay thing to do if I didn't put these on with Mod Podge. But because I had the Mod Podge on it, it just did not stick the way I wanted it to. I didn't get the effect I was looking for. So that's why I went with the acrylic and the dry brush paint. Okay, again, I'm just dipping it in the paint. And I'm getting most of it off. Okay, now I'm going to actually put a little bit more black on this just because I'm getting tired of the white coming through from not washing the brush out, but thought it would wear out by now, but I'm getting too much of the same color. It's okay to use without washing it out, but I've already done most of the dollhouse, so I don't want to get that white continued throughout here. I want more of a dark color. Again, wetting your finger just a tiny bit helps smooth it out a little bit to where it's not so much of a blob and you still get some of the red coming through underneath. I'm just using an old fruit cup that we use from recycling to keep my water in. You don't want it too wet, and so when you wet your finger, make sure that you take and dab some of it off of there before you put it on your brick. And once it's dry, again, you can go back and add more if you think it needs more. Okay, so let me just kind of show you a real quick far away view of this. This is what it looks like. Get the focus for you, there you go. And you just kind of want to do this process. It looks a lot different than it did before. And you can use a couple different colors. Like here I have a gray, I have a brown, like a brownish red, then the black. And then in this cup here I have the cream. And then you can always get like a little cup of water, and that's what you want to dip your finger in. And then you kind of want to dab it off on a recycled napkin or something. But that's what it looks like when it's all pretty much done. Still gotta add some finishing touches, and for the top, that where it goes a little bit wider here from where we added the addition, I'm going to probably either glue some on there to make it match perfect, or I'm going to just paint it the color of the brick so that it blends in so you don't see that gray. And I'll add some up here too. Okay, so I went ahead and put the black on there to give that aged look. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of a deep red in just some areas, not many, just to kind of give it a little bit more contrast here. Not much. It doesn't really show a whole lot. Sorry, I keep forgetting about the camera not being on the tripod. But just a tiny bit, just to kind of bring out some of that different color in the brick that a natural brick would have. Okay, and that's it. That's all it is to it. Now you just seal it with some Mod Podge, and then you'll be done. Thanks for watching, and follow Dollhouse Measure Madness and tutorials for more DIY. Have a great day.